everyone. Welcome to the NXT versus TNA Showdown. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, joined by Chinedu. It is Tuesday, October 7th, and we got to break this show down. But before we do, Chin, welcome. How are you? How are you feeling?
I am feeling very, very good. I love this episode, but before get into any of this, I just want to say that I love all the content on here, right, guys? Subscribe to the page and all the content, right? Everything. Like watch all the videos. I watch the videos, and I want justice for Sancho for last night. He is now on that thumbnail, Denise. I was there. I watched.
Unfortunately, it can't happen. I got a call from Santi, and he was very angry. And
I
he
knew it.
said, Sancho cannot be on the thumbnail.
See, I knew it. Santi is you're a super villain, Santi. I gotta say this, man. You're worse than the final boss. You're all the way in Japan. You did your boy wrong like this. Listen, I feel you, Sancho. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, I am Sancho. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not Sancho. I mean, that's I'm not. So, I'm happy to be here. It's Girls to NXT. Let's get. I'm
All
happy to be
right,
here.
let's get to it. Let's go. All right, so we got four matches to break into, as well as some other outcomes that we found out at the end of the show. So I actually want to kick it off with a super chat here that we got from Jacob Tatum, who says, "Are you surprised that Blake Monroe is going after the North American title instead of JC Jane's title, which is the NXT Women's Championship? And do you agree or disagree with the Ava Battle Royal idea?" So I thought this were some two really great questions because Chin, the last time that you and I were talking about one of the big PLEs was NXT No Mercy when we saw Blake Monroe versus Jordan Grace, right? And when Jordan Grace got that really big win, everybody was thinking, okay, Jordan Grace is probably going to go after that NXT Women's Championship. And maybe who knows what's going to happen next with Blake Monroe, right? So here's the thing. I still think there's a chance Jordan Grace will still end up being the one going after that title. But the fact that Blake Monroe is going after the NXT North American Championship, it is a little surprising because I like Soruka as an NXT North American champion from what we've seen. Granted, she doesn't get to defend the title that often. So now I'm wondering if they want if they want Soul to focus more on the Speed Championship than the actual NXT North American Championship. I think there's a good chance that Blake is successful in obtaining that title. What do you think?
I gotta ask, did Soruka do something? Why are they trying to make her only the speed champion? Is she in trouble? Like, I don't like.
They even dissed the bout. She even said when Zaria was like, "Oh yeah, everybody's just trying to get your bouts," and Blake was I just won that one. And
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, that's the only one she should want. Blake knows best here.
The speed championship, it's not really one of their top contending titles for real. It's not really that at all. It was for a show that doesn't exist anymore. And again, Soruka's a great star and everything like that. I would rather see her in just the North American division. I'm happy to see Blake Monroe go after it. It makes sense for her not to go after JC Jane. They're both heels, so it wouldn't make any sense. Neither one will get over though. But this matchup would be really great. They have two different styles, and it'll be interesting to see if Soruka can really kind of tap into that kind of extreme, like aggressive side that Blake definitely has. So I'm excited to see it. I do see Blake getting that title, probably the first crack at it, maybe, and possibly because of Zarya, maybe, but we'll see. I mean, we've been waiting on that one too, so we'll see what happens.
Dude, that one's expired already, man. That one
Long
is
time.
so expired. It's that freaking gallon of milk that's been expired and sitting in your refrigerator. Someone needs to grab that shit and throw it out and call it a mother effing day. That is where we're at with Soruka and Zarya. Like they stretched this out so much and they finally started to make it seem like even today Zarya seemed a little jealous. She was kind of resembling a little bit of Asuka where she was kind of mad that her bestie was out here having other friends and they weren't even like bonding like that. Like they weren't even super chummy, Soruka and the other girls, but they had just came off of a, pretty big victory and Zarya was being a hater. She was drinking that haterade.
She was definitely drinking it big time, man. As I said before, too, I would much prefer Zarya to be that kind of loner, killer, monster individual, like this nice version that wants to be attacked. They were even attacked. They were on SmackDown as a tag team. Like I don't. I'm not saying they can't work as a tag team, but I would much rather see Zara as just like that monster because that's what I thought she was gonna be when she debuted, and then next you know she's talking very pleasant like the progressive lady. So it's just threw me off. It really threw me off.
So here's the other thing that Jacob brought up is the battle royal. So we are going to be getting a battle royal next week to determine who the new number one contender is going to be for the NXT Women's Championship. As I stated, it could still be Jordan Grace, right? Like she could win that battle royal. But the big thing that has been added to this is that they are going to include TNA women into this. So just to kind of throw out some names of some of the girls on TNA, you got Alicia Edwards. She's part of that. You got the Angel Warriors. You got Ash by Elegance. Oh, I'm sorry. Ash by Elegance is actually out right now. Never mind. You got the Inspiration, who you guys saw. You have Danny Luna as some names. You got Indy Hartwell. You got Jada Stone. You got Mara Shahad, who you saw, Sade, excuse me, who you saw earlier today. Jody Threat, Kylan King, Lei Ying Ling. Like, there's a couple of people in here that could end up. Rosemary's another one. Tasha Steeles. People are mentioning Tessa Blanchard. They've been wondering for a long time if she's going to get a go. Victoria Crawford and Zaya Brookside are some of those names. Chin, I read all of those names off, and I'm going to be real with you. I don't know who they're gonna select for this. I'm pretty interested to see who they might select, but even with all of that, I still don't even feel like it's totally necessary that we get some of the TNA girls in here because again, the NXT women's division is so loaded already on its own, you know?
Yeah, I want to start with saying I think it's hilarious that you said Mara Side. That makes me laugh.
What did I say? Mara what?
Mara Side, I think it's Mara Sade.
It's Sade. It's Sade.
Sade.
It's Sade. And I said Mara. I always mess up her last name every time. Hey, she was Jakara Jackson to me for the longest time.
For for the longest, but yeah, I didn't understand the need to add in. I guess to add more women on television to make it a more in depth battle royal. But the women's division of NXT is already so stacked already that they could have pulled from Evolve if they wanted to, and I had if they wanted to be really in depth though. But I it's cool. The names you mentioned, none of them strike me as someone that would actually even be a contender for the title. Not to say that they're not couldn't be though, but none of them are just big names that I've seen. We have Jada Parker over here if Soroka over here, if all these women over here that still haven't had their chance to really have a one-on-one shot at it yet, though. So, and there's also Fallon Henley right there, who I feel that would be an amazing match between the two of those. Great promos and things like that. So I didn't see the need for it myself. I do want to mention that I in that women's match, I said to myself, they better not eliminate Jada first. And what did they do?
Okay, I did not like that by the way. Like
I didn't like that.
let's get to that right now. And I had a feeling you weren't going to like it. And I thought if I didn't like it, I don't think Chinedu is going to like this. Here's the thing. My problem wasn't necessarily Jada Parker getting eliminated first. I just didn't think that Mara should have been the one to eliminate Jada because Mara is just not there yet. She's a new person on TNA. She's still very very green. It just was she wasn't the person to eliminate Jada. I think if you were talking about levels and where people are, Jada is like way up there. So for her to kind of get eliminated by Mara, I did not think was the best call.
It made her look really it didn't it make Jay's character look, like, not silly, though, but it didn't do her character any justice because she's been losing lately. Like, she'll get the occasional win on NXT TV, but for the past few big ones, going back to the fatal four-way they think had at what was it, Stand and Deliver, she took the pin. She's always taking the pins, and, like, I don't want that to be her character and things like that. I know she's strong enough to take the pin, people like her, she's over, but I want her to like go deeper in these matches, or at least be a standout or get to the finals or something. Getting eliminated first by Mara was not what I wanted. Like you said too, like and it's on skill level, they're nowhere near in the same like league like that. Like Mara's still developing, and Jay Parker is a top name on NXT to get eliminated first like that. That just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I was like, "Oh, this is not gonna
Why?
go well." Because even I was like, "Really?" When I saw that, I was like,
Why?
"Really? That's what were doing okay. Now, granted, the way that Mara got eliminated with the Soul Snatcher was lovely. Like, I mean, Soul
Yeah.
hit that very, very nicely. But we did see Team NXT get the dub. So Ruka ended up hitting her Soul Snatcher on Kalani. Kalani was basically left there fending for Team TNA all by herself. Everybody else had gotten eliminated at that point. So Souls hits her Soul Snatcher, but JC Jane basically like runs in and grabs the moment, and 1, 2, 3, she gets the win for her team. This is exactly what I was expecting for Team NXT to win, so I wasn't surprised. I didn't love the match, Chinedu. I'm curious to see how you felt. The reason I didn't love the match was I did think it was very clunky in certain moments. I thought there was a lot of hiccups, mishaps, you name it. It just wasn't it wasn't flawlessly executed, and that's fine, right? Sometimes shit like that, it just happens, right? This is a very, very difficult sport. It's still a developmental brand. I get it. But I just thought that there were more moments that were missed than great moments that I remember in this match. Like the great moments that I recall, I just mentioned them right now. Like I didn't think there were as many great moments in this matchup the way that there might have should have been. I did think that there were some good firework moments, like with Lola and Jada, like they had some good moments in there. But I even thought JC Jane did a great job in this, but nothing too remarkable that stood out.
Mara missing that moonsault completely.
Very obvious. Very obvious. Yeah, yeah.
Completely. I just hate that it happened that way. Like you said, it was clunky. A lot of things were very miscued. They didn't go off the way I felt they should have. But the Soul Snatcher was crisp, but overall it wasn't as high level of a match as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm with you. But the other things that I did think were interesting, we kind of covered right now with Jacob being like, okay, well, we're gonna do this battle royal. What's gonna come of it? Next week we have the battle royal, and then we also have Josh Briggs and Joe Hendry. I mean, sorry, Josh Briggs and Matt Cardona. My apologies. So in a way, we're sort of continuing this like NXT TNA stuff. They're definitely implementing it into the show a lot more. So yeah, we'll see what goes of that. But we got Tracy WV here says, so just a thought, maybe if you did like a 15 to 20 minute podcast video talking about topics like South healthcare, exercise, Taylor, etc., and call it deep dive with Denise or the eras of you might help expand. Oh, I love that, Tracy. So part of the reason why I don't do like additional types of, podcastings like that on the channel is because it's very niche specific here on YouTube. At least that's how I've noticed that there's more growth when you focus only on one topic, because that is what your channel becomes known for. So I don't want to bombard people with different types of videos, because then people are going to be like, well, I followed her for this, but now she's posting about that. And so that becomes very confusing for viewers. So I don't do like different types of content like that anymore. I used to when I first started YouTube, but the reason the channel like really blew up was when I started to focus like on one thing. So now that's why I use Patreon as a way to basically do like additional podcasts like this. So you'll probably see more of that stuff on Patreon, because Patreon, you could really do anything, right? But on YouTube, it's more about like branding and what do you talk about and what's the thing that you do on YouTube. So yeah. Thank you so much, Tracy, though. I love that you care, that you even want to hear about that stuff. Thank you, Tracy. We got David Primero here who says, which NXT TNA star do you want to win the Battle Royal? I kind of wanted to be Jordan Grace just because I thought that's the person that we were going to go with, but I'm kind of losing faith on that, Chin. Is there somebody else that you want besides Jada Parker?
Oh.
See, I broke Chin with that. I was like, besides Jada Parker, you got to pick somebody else.
Honestly, you know who I would like? Fallon Henley.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a surprise. That would be like,
I
oh
think,
shit, wait, that's your girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I truly feel that there's been some tension building there subtly for a while. And like I said earlier, I think they would have a really good match. I think Fallon Henley is a standout star. I thought she was gonna be the leader of this group when they first put it together. So I was surprised that she wasn't. But I feel like that would be a really good feud to kind of get her out of the kind of fatal influence shadow. Cause I think it's time for that to kind of dissolve and let these people be their own individuals though. Because Fallon Henley already has her own gimmick that can get her over and everything though. So I feel like she's good to go with that. I think that would be a great matchup.
Thank you so much, David. We also got David here who says, oh no, David, I think your super chat sent 2 times. I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened, but it's on here 2 times. Just want to give you a heads up on that. We got Stephen Marchuli here who says Zarya as a heater for Blake could be fun. I'm gonna say no, Stephen. I'm kind of tired of Zarya sort of I feel like her going out there and always being attached to someone. I don't want to really see that. Like, I'd rather have her be her own person right now. I don't necessarily want her to be a heater to literally anybody. I think it just because I saw it for so long with her and Soruka as it's like friendship. Maybe it obviously would be something a little bit more different for with Blake Monroe, like you're suggesting. But it's no, I'm out. I'm out on this one. Like that's how much I'm so over the Zarya Soruka stuff that I don't want to see Zarya paired up with any other blonde. No more. None of
No more
that. Let's
blondes.
move on. No more blondes for Zarya. Sorry, Zarya. Thank you, Steven. We got Jared here who says, did you like The Life of a Showgirl and how would you rank Taylor's albums? To me, it was much better than the boring ass Tortured Poets department, says Jared. I love the Tortured Poets department. It was deep, so deep. 31 beautiful tracks of just amazing lyrics. And
31.
oh yeah, she did 31 tracks.
31?
31, Chin, 31, and they were just so freaking good. So I'm a little bit more partial. Like it's weird. I don't know of like which I like more between Tortured Poets and I'm going to say Tortured Poets. I like Tortured Poets way more than The Life of a Showgirl, but only because I've had more time to listen to that album. But I love The Life of a Showgirl. It was so good. It's very hard for me to rank Taylor's albums because I love them all. My number one is still Reputation. That's still my favorite album, though. I love that album so much. That's still number one for me, but I love all her songs. I'm the person that loves Sad Taylor, Happy Taylor, all the Taylors. I will take it all in. Thank you so much, Jared.
I think the only person that may not have liked that album is somebody named Charlie XCX. I don't know who that is
Oh,
still really.
she got cooked in that album. Yeah, she got cooked.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. Anyway.
We got Sleaze Boy here who says match idea: a deathcore rumble match that has a bunch of jobbers punching in air and spin kicking with no one ever getting hit except maybe the poor audience. What? Sleaze Boy, I never know what you're gonna say on this podcast ever. Thank you, Sleaze Boy, for the crazy ass idea. We got Sheldon Jackson here who says, I gotta do it. JC Mahal equals chaos and match breakdown. She did good today, though, Sheldon. She did good this day. The last 2 weeks, I've really been digging what JC's been doing. And even a couple weeks before that, I'm liking the heel work that we've been seeing from JC.
I am too. I also want to highlight the real quick. I thought it was an interesting sight to see them be like friends at the beginning. Like when they first came out for the match, to see Jada like happy, smiling. It was so I was like, what? Okay. Okay. And then like her and like Lola did like a little fist bump. They both did the dance together. I was like, okay, we're friends. Okay. Y'all were not this 6 months ago, but this is great. This is growth. I'm happy to see this. I know it's random. Sorry.
We got Paul here who says, is Jada Parker a baby face or a heel? I think she's a baby face. Am I wrong?
Point, well, I mean, she's supposed to be a heel, but she's a heel that's gotten over. So I think she might be a tweener though. I feel like she's a baby face that will still do heel things. Like Jada Parker will still walk out on a match, and we'll cheer her. So she's like in the middle.
We got Bob Raj Jr. Hey, Bob, did you end up going to NXT today? I was wondering about you earlier. He says, I think they're going to the Stephanie. He says, I think they're going the Stephanie route with Blake Monroe, where they make her North American champ first, then double champ with the NXT women's title. I don't think that they're going to go with the double champ stuff anymore. Like, there's just way too many girls on the roster to even go that direction. So I don't think that that's what they're going to do with Blake Monroe. And the only reason it happened with Stephanie was because Julia got injured. So I don't think that was ever the plan. It was mainly because Julia got injured that led to what it led to. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah.
We got
it's just she had that serious injury that kept her out for 4 days. I remember.
Yeah, it was very, very brief. Very brief. We got Jay Stone here who says they're just using Jada for charity pins at this point. Tragic. Also, missed opportunity not having Lash face Mara or like some sort of interaction backstage. Like if they would have just crossed paths, I thought that would have been really cool to see. Because she looks so different too from the last time that she was on NXT as Jakara Jackson. She got like a totally different look, and it would have been interesting to see her in Lash Legend because she's the one who got released, and yet she's the one who was in the matchup. And where was Lash Legend? So if I was Mara, I would kind of be like, throwing a little bit of shade there. So I think that would have been interesting if they played something like that out.
That's a great idea, Jay. That's a storyline right there. I'm surprised they didn't even like try something with that.
Thank you, Jay. We got David Primero here who says, "I have a feeling that TNA Knockout will be JC's number one contender for Halloween Havoc, and Jordan Grace will win the Iron Survivor Challenge at Deadline." Yeah, hey David, I forgot about Deadline. You bring up a good point. Jordan Grace is the kind of person that would win up an Iron Survivor Challenge. The reason why I think David has this feeling that a TNA Knockout might win, and I kind of have that feeling, a slight feeling too, because then why would you include them? Why would you include them if you weren't going to have one of them win? Or do you think we're wrong? I don't know.
I mean, if they include the women, do you think they'll include Kalani in that one?
She already has a title, so why should they? She's already Knockouts champion, so why would she? I mean, she could be double champ, sure. She can try to at least aim for it, but I don't think she should be part of it. I think she's a champion, and a champion should be presented differently. I don't think she should be in a battle royal.
I get that.
Thank you, David. All right, we got Bob Ross Jr. here who says, "I went to the NXT taping where they taped next week's matches before Showdown. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there is a match that you are going to really enjoy." Okay, thank you so much, Bob Ross. I appreciate you letting us know that, and I'm glad you ended up going to the show. I was wondering if you ended up going or not, so I'm glad we found out that you did. Exciting stuff. Thank you, Bob. We got Jacob Tatum here who says, "How did Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry being referee and anybody but TNA win a battle royal next week? And thoughts on Ethan Page versus Mustafa Ali?" So I wasn't a fan of Jordan Grace or Joe Hendry being special guest referees, but at least they didn't get involved, so that's good. Like they didn't ruin the matches, so on the bright side, that's good. But I kind of feel like it's a step down for both of them to be not representing any side but being a special guest referee. I didn't love that aspect of it. And then thoughts on the Ethan Page versus Mustafa Ali match. I thought that it was the best match of the night. I'm even trying to decide if I liked it more than the men's Survivor Series match. I might have liked it more than
Really?
the men's Survivor Series match, or they're kind of neck and neck. But I did think Ethan Page and Mustafa Ali were up there with best match of the night.
They had no business being those referees, Denise. Like that was truly like those two. It's like when you see like two people playing a basketball game and the people who can't hoop or nobody want it, they'll be like, "I call scorekeeper." Like nobody wants that. Okay, nobody asks for it. You don't have to do it, and it really served no purpose. By the way, Mustafa looked amazing in that match for real. Like I was like, why'd they release him again? It made you wonder that. Like, why did y'all release him?
No idea. No idea why they released our boy Mustafa Ali. But anyways, no, I thought he did awesome in that moment, by the way, when he went to the top rope and he had the cord stuck on his leg, and then Ethan Page just like pushes him off. Yo, that was a nasty bit. And then when he did the dive, that was really cool too. I thought it looked phenomenal. I thought it was a good match. Like it was a nice back and forth throughout the entire thing. And I was genuinely disappointed. And I know a lot of people that were watching live here were also genuinely disappointed when Mustafa Ali lost. I think some people, including myself, kind of, or maybe I should speak for myself only. In my head, I worked myself into thinking that we would have a happy ending here for Mustafa Ali, but it just didn't end up going that direction.
I went into it like knowing Ethan was going to retain, just because I just don't see that title changing hands. But as the match progressed, a part of me really wanted to be like, oh man, I hope he can win this though, because like to me that would be such a cool ending to a cool part to the story of him getting that title shot, then getting released, and years later he came back. I thought it was just a really, really, really great match. I hope I don't know why they released Mustafa Ali, man. I really hope they can bring him back somehow, man, because he really should be on main roster. Like that was an amazing match, and Ethan is such a dick. I truly love that. He's such an asshole in the match. Like I got he's such a heel. The way he did everything in this match was just like on point, just top notch. I just great, loved it.
Thank you so much, Jacob. We have Hassan Butler here who says, to be honest, not feeling the storyline. Some of it is good, but I'm ready to move on. Just happy. Matt, Cardona, Hardys, and Mustafa are on WWE TV. So I think Hassan is mainly talking about like the NXT TNA storyline. I think that's what you're talking about in terms of that. And getting to see these people on TV is very cool. I am so okay. So let's talk about that opening match, by the way, because we haven't touched on that yet. The Hardys, they are now both NXT and TNA tag team champions. We're talking 2025, and the Hardy Boys are still going. They're still killing it, and they're double champs right now. This was the way to go. I would have lost my mind if Dark State would have defeated the Hardys. They were not the team to do that. I think everybody knew it. This match also not the greatest. A lot of moments here that also did not look good on Dark State's part. They just weren't. They were just showing that they're still very green. And so they didn't look that, in my opinion, they didn't look that strong in this matchup here. So I wasn't feeling it, but I was glad that the Hardy Boys won. I love the all white look that they did. I thought that was tremendous and it was the right call. But then I also started to think to myself, damn, had Hank and Tank still been champion, we would have gotten a kick-ass match with Hank and Tank and the Hardy Boys, because the Hank and Tank Boys, they can do some like nice little high-flying shit. We've seen that before from them. So that would have been a far more enjoyable matchup, at least the way that I envision it in my head.
And if they would have had NXT get over, it should have been Hank and Tank to get over on the Hardys, because that's like that's one of your top tag teams on the show. That's the tag team you like give the most TV time to and kind of show the most of. So it would have made the most sense though. But I'm happy to see him on TV as well as Mustafa. Again, Mustafa looked amazing. Like to me, I wish I had more Mustafa Ali in my life. I wish like he did like an interview somewhere that we could watch and check
Oh,
out
I
and
think we know
enjoy. Like,
where. Do you think we
do
know
you know
where,
where?
Chin?
I
Do we
think. Do
know
you know?
where?
I think so. Is it on your channel? I think is it.
I
Did you
don't
guys know that?
maybe.
Well, I think so. So I think after the podcast, I think you guys should go to her channel and check out the amazing interview she had with Mustafa Ali. It's on there right now, y'all. If you guys have not seen it, go check it out. I just want to throw that in there in case y'all forget. We want more Denise after the show. I know you want more Denise after the show. I know. Go check out the interview after the show. Denise and Mustafa Ali. It's a great interview. Check it out.
Thank you so much, Chin, and thank you to Hassan Batla. All right, so let's go ahead and discuss. It's funny because like this show kind of feels like, we only had 4 matches, right? And the Survivor Series matches got a lot of time, so we got like less topics today. But the men's elimination match, which is of course the main event of the night, Ricky Sainz, Trick Williams, Miles Bourne, Javon Evans versus Team TNA, Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose, and Leon Slater. This was fun. This was
Oh
so
yeah.
much fun. I was sad when Javon Evans got eliminated. I liked that Leon Slater was the one to do it, but I was sad when Javon got eliminated because Javon is one of the most entertaining people to watch. So you knew the second Javon was eliminated that instantly the match was not going to be as good without Javon.
There's no bouncy. When he got eliminated, all the bouncy, that's out of there. All the high flying, all the stuff we were gonna see, the wild moves, the kickouts, the spot, done. But it did make me happy though, because in my mind, maybe this means that Javon wins the X Division Championship.
He might, honestly, he might. But here's the thing though, is that I love Leon Slater and I like Leon Slater as champion. I don't necessarily think that they should cut the legs off of Leon Slater's reign just yet. But I love Javon, but I also think Leon Slater is doing a great job.
I mean, it is,
So
but
I'm
I
kind of
think
torn.
I'm hoping that they don't have Javon get pinned by Leon twice though, because they do face off very soon for that title. So I mean, I'm hoping that they
Yeah,
give him.
but damn, I think they might end up going with it just because Javon is kind of a bigger name in terms of like with the WWE fans, of course. And I don't feel like the people, like if you're not watching Leon Slater on TNA, you're probably not as familiar except for the stuff that he has done in WWE. And Javon still looks more flashier.
And Javon needs some gold. He needs some gold at this point. He needs to have something.
All right. So, anyways, Trick Williams, he leaves his team. He basically like just bounces and he leaves his team. Ricky Saints was pretty much left there to kind of fend for himself at one point by the time like most of his team was pretty much gone already. And then of course Trick Williams being left. Miles Bourne got eliminated within like the first minute. And then Javon, we mentioned, got eliminated, after like he was going back and forth flying across the ring. And then suddenly that's it. Trick Williams rocks out, and Ricky Saints is basically left there to deal with everything, and he's not able to defeat Team TNA. But Team TNA gets the win, which is what I was pretty much expecting here. So not too surprising.
Yeah, a lot of these things we called last week. We definitely talked about Trick Williams walking out on Team NXT just because he may feel a certain way about not being the captain. I mean, Ricky Saints aren't getting along. We definitely saw that happening. All this was pretty by the book. I feel though. I feel the right team won. The TNA did need this victory though, just because I felt like they've been getting washed so much leading up to this though. So they definitely need the win. As soon as I saw Miles Bourne get pinned, I was in my head. I was like, I knew we should have picked you. I knew we should have picked you. You know what I'm saying? I knew we should put. Where was Jasper Troy? I knew we should have picked him. I knew we should have picked him. Yeah, get on out of here, man. Yeah.
Oh man. Alrighty, let me see what we got here. Hold on one second. All right, so we got Jacob Tatum here who says, what are some of your bucket lists, Chinedu, Denise? My bucket list, like in general? I hope someday I get the courage to go skydiving.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do it though, but I wish I got the courage.
Uh,
That would be like my ultimate bucket list item.
Man, that'll be. I'm weak. Whew, I'm scared. I'm scared, guy. I think mine would be. I would want to perform a comedy show in my dad's hometown out there in Lagos, Nigeria. So like, I've always done
Ooh,
comedy
that would be
shows.
nice.
Yeah, I want to do one out there. I've mostly, if you follow me outside of wrestling, you guys know I mostly just tour Texas and the South. But but doing international would be really great in Nigeria.
Great question. Thank you, Jacob. We also got Sheldon here who says Darby just tried to throw a Molotov cocktail at the Death Riders after hitting Pac with a mace. What? Am I mace with mace? So I said mace. I was like, what is mace? All right. Well, I'll have to catch up in just a minute. Thank you, Sheldon. All righty, guys. Well, let me tell you that, my friends, is literally NXT Showdown. Like very quick. We only had 4 matches today, so it flew by very, very fast. So that's pretty much a wrap for us. I feel like usually we got a longer show because there's more like little things to break into, but that was that for today. Overall, I thought it was a fine show. Match of the last 2 matches were definitely the best matches of the night. But before we wrap things up though, if you guys haven't already, head on over to Denise's Pieces. You guys see the QR code right here on the screen. Scan it, it'll send you to my Wrestling Clips channel. It's doing very well. We just hit 10,000 hours of watch time. And it's like still slowly growing, but I'm investing a lot of time and effort and money into trying to make it grow. So head on over there, click that subscribe button, and then here on the channel, by the way, on this main channel, let me see, we are, holy cow, Chin, we are 1 subscriber, we are 1 subscriber away from hitting 233,000. Literally 1 person,
One,
just
come on,
1. One
somebody find
person.
one person. Somebody,
Yeah.
somebody make a fake account right now and come
No,
on
don't do
here
that,
and
Chin.
hit that.
Don't
I'm
do
kidding.
that. No,
I'm
no, no,
kidding.
no, no. Chin, no, never
Tell
promote
people.
fake accounts. Never, because that ruins your algorithm. Never do that, by the way, guys. Do not do
Tell a
that.
friend. Tell a
Because then
friend to make.
if you create a fake account, those people are never going to watch. So it's like having a fake follower. So no, do not do that. Real accounts only.
Yeah, that was dumb. Who said that? Call a real friend to tell a real friend to subscribe so we can hit this
Yes,
mark. One
exactly.
person. One person. If you know one person, raise your hand. Okay, let everybody go
Alrighty.
to that person new to it.
Chin, tell the people where they can find and support you.
Everything is at Chinedu Ogu. Upcoming show is November 15th at Stages Houston. Tickets available right now. Get your tickets right now at ChineduOgu.com. A lucky fan of my show will win free Whataburger for a year, and also will win free Bluebell ice cream for a year. It's gonna be a great show. Stages Houston is my first theater show. I want you guys to come on out. Follow me everywhere at Chinedu Ogu on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything. That's pretty much it. But just come on to the live shows. The main thing I got coming on right now, the live show, November 15th. Everybody in Houston, come pull on up. Other than that, subscribe to Denise's Patreon as well. There's all the great content on there that you will not find on here. Like she said before earlier, so much content on here that will get flagged and demonetize the channel though. So it's what's on the Patreon right now. Go check that out. Also, go watch that Mustafa Ali interview right now. Go watch it right now. That's a great one. Check it out right now. And also hit that heart button on this video. I'm very competitive, y'all. I'm be real. Like, I want lots of likes on the video. Okay. Now, if you could do your boy a favor, if we could walk out of here at least 300 likes on this video for your boy Chin, that'll be dope for your boy Chin. All right. If you do me a favor for your boy Chin, hit that like button. Other than that, don't be a dick. Give it a click. Support the channel.
Thank you guys. We'll see you guys all back here tomorrow. Do not forget an early review stream for AEW Title Tuesday. So Reg and I will be here tomorrow early in the morning. Alrighty, everyone. Take care. Bye all.